Bol Bol is finally breaking the NBA, and the timing couldn't be better for the Phoenix Suns. Let's be honest, their defense is falling apart, their playoff hopes are slipping, and their so-called Big Three hasn't exactly lived up to the hype. Now, if you're just looking at the season stats, you might think Bol Bol isn't making much noise. 6 points, 2.8 rebounds, and barely 0.4 assists per game. Not exactly eye-popping, but here's what the numbers won't tell you. This man has been electric over the last 4 games. We're talking 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 3.3 blocks per game. That's not just improvement, that's game-changing. For way too long, he was stuck on the bench, barely seeing the floor. But now, he's making the most of his opportunity, and you can feel the difference when he's out there. The Suns have been desperate for a spark, and Bol Bol might be exactly what they've been missing. But is this just a hot streak, or is Bol Bol really here to stay? On February 12th, Bol Bol put on a show against the Memphis Grizzlies. He dropped 18 points, pulled down a season-high 14 rebounds, and swatted 4 shots, matching his career best. He was everywhere, protecting the rim, cleaning the glass, and throwing down dunks like a man on a mission. And while the Suns fell short in a tough 119-112 battle, one thing was crystal clear. Bol Bol is here to stay. But let's rewind a bit. Back on January 1st, Bol gave us a glimpse of what was coming. In a win against the Trailblazers, he put up 11 points and 9 rebounds, including a transition dunk that had fans on their feet. That moment, it was a warning shot to the rest of the league. For months, the Suns have been missing one crucial element: size. And now, after what feels like an eternity, they've unleashed a 7-foot 3-inch unicorn who's changing everything. With Bol in the lineup, Kevin Durant can finally slide back to small forward, and Phoenix suddenly looks way longer, way tougher, and way more dangerous. But here's the crazy part. Before this breakout, Bol was barely seeing the floor. He had only played in 12 games all season, and in most of them he was getting fewer than 10 minutes. It was frustrating, especially after he showed real promise last year under Frank Vogel. But with a new coaching staff and a fresh system, he had to earn his spot again. Now, with the Suns' season hanging in the balance, Bol has been handed a golden opportunity, and guess what? He's running with it. If he keeps this up, Phoenix might have just unlocked their secret weapon at the perfect time. If you're loving this NBA content, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Born on November 16th, 1999, in Khartoum, Sudan, Bol Bol was destined for basketball greatness. He's the son of none other than Manute Bol, the legendary 7 feet 7 inches shot-blocking machine. But Bol's early years? They were far from easy. In 2001, the Bol family made their way to the US as political refugees. They landed in Connecticut, where young Bol, just 2 years old at the time, was given a fresh start. His father, Manute, had already made a name in the NBA, and he saw something special in his son. By the age of 4, Bol was picking up a basketball, but at first, he wasn't feeling it. His father, though, had other plans. By the time he was in 8th grade, college scouts were all over him. In his senior year at Findlay Prep, he was an absolute beast, averaging 20.4 points, 8.2 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks per game. USA Today even named him to their All-USA second team. And into the draft night 2019. Bol was supposed to be a lottery pick, maybe even mid-first round at worst, but instead, he slipped until the 44th pick when the Miami Heat finally called his name. But before he could even unpack his bags, his rights were traded to the Denver Nuggets. Just like that, he went from potential star to second-round afterthought. Denver signed him to a 2-way contract, meaning he had to prove himself in the G League before getting real NBA minutes. And he did just that. In one of his first games, Bol dropped 16 points, 11 boards, and 2 blocks, showing flashes of the talent that once made him a top prospect. The Nuggets took notice and called him up. Fast forward to the 2020 NBA bubble, and Bol finally got his moment. He made his debut on August 1st, 2020, logging 5 points and 4 rebounds in limited minutes. He saw even fewer minutes in the playoffs as Denver made a deep run to the Western Conference Finals, only to fall to LeBron and the Lakers. Then came the next chapter: injuries, inconsistency, and a whole lot of trade drama. In 2022, Bol was dealt to the Detroit Pistons, only for the trade to be voided after he failed a physical. That's right, he was literally traded, only for the team to send him back. A week later, he underwent foot surgery and was ruled out indefinitely. But the trade carousel didn't stop there. Days later, he was shipped off to Boston, didn't play a single game. Then before he could even unpack, he was traded again, this time to the Orlando Magic. Orlando was a fresh start, and when he was finally healthy, Bol Bol started turning heads. He re-signed with the Magic, and on November 16, 2022, he went off. Career high, 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 blocks. He was proving he belonged in the league. By the end of the 2022-23 season, Bol had played 70 games, 33 starts, averaging 9.1 points, 5.8 rebounds, and a block per game. Not eye-popping numbers, but the potential. Oh, it was clear. Then came another twist. Orlando waived him. Just when he was getting comfortable, another team gave up on him. But that's when the Phoenix Suns stepped in. Let's keep it real. The Suns were supposed to be contenders. They've got Devin Booker. They've got Kevin Durant. When healthy, they've got Bradley Beal. And yet, here they are, sitting below 500 at 27-29 as we hit the All-Star break. That puts them in 11th place in the West, outside even the play-in tournament. For a team with championship aspirations, this is straight up unacceptable. So what's gone wrong? Injuries? Sure. Lack of chemistry? Absolutely. But the biggest issue? Their defense is an absolute disaster. Right now, Phoenix ranks 25th in defensive rating, giving up an ugly 115.6 points per 100 possessions. And if you think that's bad, their last 7 games have been even worse, allowing a jaw-dropping 125.4 points per game. That's bottom of the league level defense, and that's exactly why head coach Mike Budenholzer is finally turning to Bol Bol. Desperate times call for bold moves, and Bol is showing why he should have been playing all along. The clock is ticking. Only 28 games remain, and Phoenix has the toughest remaining schedule in the NBA. If they want to make the playoffs, they need to start winning now. The offense? That's not the problem. Booker, Durant, Beal. When they're all available, they can outscore almost anyone. But if the Suns can't get stops, it won't matter. And that's why Bol Bol's emergence is so important. His length, his shot blocking, his ability to disrupt plays, these are exactly the kinds of things that could make the difference in crunch time. Bol Bol is finally proving he belongs, and the Suns might have just unlocked their secret weapon. With his size, skill, and defensive presence, he's giving Phoenix exactly what they need, a game-changing spark. If he keeps this up, the Suns' playoff hopes are alive. The message is clear. Bol Bol isn't just here, he's here to stay. The big question remains, can Bol Bol be the X factor that helps turn the Suns' season around? Is this the moment he finally proves he belongs in an NBA rotation for good? Drop thoughts in the comments. And for Suns fans out there, does this team still have a deep playoff run in them? Smash that like button, subscribe for more NBA content, and stay tuned for the next one.